Once upon a time, in the quiet village of Uturu, lived a woman who had been pregnant 10 times without a child. She was now heavily pregnant again, but something happened that no one could ever explain. It was a calm and warm afternoon, a day like no other, with the calm breeze moving through the entire village as the people went about their activities, not knowing what laid ahead. The young woman, whose name was Ndidi, went into early labor. The first push hit like a thunderbolt in her body as the midwives did all they could to guide her to safe delivery. Her screams rang through the compound, slicing through the peace like a blade, sweat drenching her entire body as she continued to push hard, feeling the pain coursed through her body as she let out a loud scream. The baby slid out of her, and silence filled the entire room. No cry, no movement, no heartbeat, as the midwife looked down at the baby in her arms, hoping that it wakes, but nothing happened. So she looked up at the mother and broke the sad news to her that her baby was dead. Ndidi let out a heart-wrenching cry. She could not believe that her baby was dead. 10 babies dead in less than 10 years. She stared at the midwife in disbelief, her chest rising and falling rapidly, and for a moment it felt as though she had forgotten how to breathe. Then came the deep, long scream, filled with a kind of sorrow that no one had ever seen. Ndidi cradled her lifeless baby in her arms, her tears pouring down her face as the midwife stood back and watched. Her husband Tochi knelt in the dust outside their hut, pounding his fist into the earth as he cried out in grief. His wife Ndidi carried the baby in her arms as she walked out of the hut, collapsing onto the bare ground. Her body shook with sobs as she raised her eyes to the sky and cried out,
Oh heavens! Give me back my child! You have taken 10 from me. Please let this one stay.
The villagers gathered as they watched the sad scene unfold before their eyes. Suddenly, dark clouds began to form in the sky, and the air grew thick and heavy. Lightning crackled across the heavens, and the ground began to tremble beneath their feet. And then, babies began to fall from the sky, 10 of them, drifting gently like feathers as they descended from the clouds above. Everyone opened their eyes in shock, too stunned to move or say a word. The babies drifted down from the sky and landed gently around Ndidi, forming a perfect circle around her as she opened her eyes and mouth in shock. The entire village stood still as they watched the baby